Your customers are lying to you, and it's your fault. Have you ever shown someone your product idea? They said it sounded amazing. Maybe even said they'd pay for it. And then you launched and got crickets? That's not a marketing problem. That's a customer research problem. And there's a book, under 150 pages, that tells you exactly why it happens and how to fix it. The book is called The Mom Test by Rob Fitzpatrick. Today I'm going to break down what it says, how to use it to find a product people actually want to buy, and how to find those customers before you write a single line of code. If you appreciate me making this type of content, let me know by gently tapping the like button. Let's get into it. Here is the core idea in one sentence. People will lie to you about your product not because they're dishonest, but because they're polite. Think about it. Ask your mom if your startup idea is good. She'll say yes. She loves you. She doesn't want to crush your dream. And here's a brutal truth. Every single person you pitch your idea to behaves exactly like your mom. They manage your feelings instead of giving you real signals. They say, that sounds interesting and I definitely use that. And they mean it in the moment. But meaning it in the moment and actually paying for it are completely different things. The Mom Test is a framework for asking questions in a way that makes it impossible for people to give you false validation, even if they want to. Fitzpatrick gives you 3 core rules. Rule 1. Talk about their life, not your idea. The moment you start describing your product, the conversation is over. The person in front of you shifts into politeness mode. They're no longer giving you signal, they're managing your feelings. So instead of saying, I'm building a tool that does X, ask about their workflow, ask about their frustration, ask what they tried the last time this problem came up. Rule 2, ask about the past, not the future. When you use this is a useless question. Nobody knows what they'll do in a hypothetical future. How did you handle this last time it happened? That's a useful question. Past behavior is real data, and future intention is a wish. The only thing that actually tells you something is what people have already done. Rule 3, listen for actions, money and time, not compliments. That's really cool is not validation. It's not even close. Someone saying, I've been trying to solve this for 6 months. I paid for 3 tools, none of them worked. That's validation. Someone pulling up a spreadsheet they built manually to work around the problem, that's validation. They've already spent time and money proving the problem is real. That's what you're listening for. By the way, if you've ever gotten burned by false validation like this, drop a comment and tell me what happened. I read every single one, and your story might save somebody else 6 months of building the wrong thing. If you're a developer or technical founder, there's a specific way you probably get this wrong. And I see it constantly. You validate by pitching. You describe the product, the person nods. You tell yourself you just did user research. You did not do user research. You asked for a compliment and you got one. There are 3 failure modes I see over and over. The first one, pitch disguised as a question. What do you think about a tool that automatically solves X problem? You're not asking a question. You're presenting a leading question and waiting for affirmation. The second one, the hypothetical future trap. If we added X, would you use it? This feels like product research. It's not. Nobody knows what they do next quarter in a scenario that doesn't exist yet. Ask what they did last Tuesday. The third one, talking to the wrong people. Most founders talk to whomever's easiest to reach. Friends, colleagues, warm intros. These people are invested in you. They want you to win. They will say nice things. You need strangers who have the problem. People who have nothing to gain from being kind to you. So here's the practical piece. How do you actually find people to talk to? Fitzpatrick's answer is, find people who are already inside the problem, not people who might have the problem someday. People who are actively living it right now. Step 1, lead with a problem, not the product. I'm trying to understand how AI founders stay consistent on LinkedIn without burning out their time on content. That gets honest answers. I'm building a LinkedIn automation tool. That gets politeness. Step 2, look for the committed problem haver. The customer you want isn't the person who says, that's annoying. The customer you want is a person who has already tried to solve it, failed, is either living with the pain or has rigged up some manual workaround to get by. That person has already voted with their time and money that the problem is real. One conversation with them is worth more than a pile of survey responses. Step 3, use specific channels. Developer tools and SaaS, communities first, Reddit, Hacker News, Discord servers, Indie Hacker. Don't pitch in those places. Read the threads. Find people posting about the exact problem. Then message them and say you're researching this specific issue. Would love 20 minutes. LinkedIn targeting is powerful too. Filter by role, company size, industry. Lead with the problem, not your solution. I'm researching how founders handle X. Get replies. I'm building a tool that helps with X. Does not. And find the public complainers, Twitter threads, blog posts, Hacker News, comments where someone wrote a detailed breakdown of why existing tools fail at the thing you're solving. That person is your dream conversation. They're already done your research for you. The number to hit, 10 to 20 conversations before you write a line of code, not 3 or 5. You need to get 20. Patterns don't show up until somewhere between 10 and 20. Under that, and you're fooling yourself. Quick break before we get into the conversation itself. If you're doing this kind of outreach on LinkedIn for your startup, your personal brand, or inbound leads, there's a free LoopVolt audit linked in the description that shows you what's actually working on your profile and what's not, and it takes about 60 seconds. Back to it. So you found someone, you have 20 minutes. Here's exactly what you do. Open with context and permission, something like, I'm trying to understand how teams like yours handle X problem. I'm not pitching anything. I just want to understand the work before we build anything. Can you tell me about the last time you ran into a problem? Then follow the thread. When they describe something specific, ask, how did you handle that? When they describe a workaround, ask, how long have you been doing it that way? When they express frustration, ask, have you tried to fix it? You're listening for 5 things. 1, the specific moment the problem shows up. 2, what they're already tried. 3, what they're currently doing instead. 4, what it costs them in time, money, missed opportunity, or embarrassment. 5, whether they've talked to anyone else about it. The more people they've told, the more it matters to them. And end with this question every single time. Is there anything I should have asked that I didn't? This consistently surfaces the thing they wanted to tell you but never found an opening for. And I want to be clear, what you're not doing in this conversation, you're not pitching, you're not demoing, you're building a map of the problem. That's it. Now, if this is the kind of breakdown that's useful to you, consider subscribing. I do one of these practical no-fluff frameworks every week for technical founders. Let me show you what this actually looks like in practice. What changes before and after you've internalized this. Before, customer discovery means getting people excited about your idea. After, it means getting out of the way and letting people describe reality. Before, you ask, do you find X frustrating? After, you ask, tell me about the last time X happened. Before, you count enthusiasm as validation. After, you count commitments, actual time and money, introductions. Before, you're doing discovery calls after you've already built a thing. After, you're having these conversations before you've committed to anything. Before, you talk to people who will be nice to you. After, you find strangers who've already tried to solve the problem and failed. That is a shift this book creates. The book is under 150 pages. You can read it in 3 hours on a Sunday afternoon. It is one of the most practically useful things I have ever read for early stage product work. I've built and shipped multiple products. The cost is not reading it. It is spending 6 months building something nobody pays for. That's not hypothetical. That is a default outcome for most technical founders who skipped a step. The book costs about $10 and 3 hours of your time. Ask yourself what your current burnout rate is. Now ask yourself if $10 on a Sunday afternoon is worth it. So here's what I want you to do after this video. First, go get the mom test, read it this week. It's a fast read and will change how you think about every customer conversation you ever have. Second, go have 10 conversations using what you learned before you finalize your roadmap or write a single line of code. Lead with the problem. Ask about the past. Listen for actions, time, and money. If you're building on LinkedIn in your personal brand for a startup, getting inbound, hit the link in the description for the LoopVolt audit. It shows you what's actually working on your profile and what's not. It takes 60 seconds. And if you want more frameworks like this, subscribe, drop a comment, let me know what you're building. I read every single one.